Hey guys, I recorded a review of Jungle Flooded as well as a breakdown of a new weapon that's coming with Operation Dark Divide. But before I get into that, I just wanted to actually go over Treyarch's new profile picture today, since they revealed a tank is actually going to be coming to the Blackout experience. Now it's funny because we haven't seen a tank in a Treyarch Call of Duty in quite some time. I believe World at War was the last Treyarch made multiplayer that featured a tank in the online experience. So it's cool to see the return of that here within Blackout. We actually found assets and leaks for it in the code not too long ago, so now that makes sense. A tank is indeed coming to Black Ops 4. But what I really wanted to point out was that soldier that is in the air towards the background there of cargo. People are speculating that it could be the return of the exosuit or the advanced movement from Black Ops 3. Now, that's very likely. You know, for all we know, for the final operation, they'll kind of do a throwback to the Black Ops 3 exo movement, which I wouldn't be opposed to if it's in Blackout. I'm sure it'll be a rare item to find, similar to Blackjack stashes, where if you're lucky enough, you can actually get your hands on the exosuit. So hopefully that's the case. But other people out there are pointing out that it could just be a character that's, grappled onto the crate and is in midair while the screenshot was taken. That's always possible as well, but we'll have to wait and see tomorrow when we get the actual gameplay reveal for Operation Dark Divide. But I would not be surprised if, to really go out with a bang with Black Ops 4's post-launch DLC season, they add in something as crazy as an exosuit. But without further ado, let's jump right into the review. What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and I'm sure you guys already updated your Black Ops 4 application if you're on PS4. The update actually went live about 10 or 12 hours ago at the time of making this video, and besides just Jungle Flooded, which was added to the game, I'll have gameplay of that on screen, we have a nice new logo for the application itself if you're on PS4, and also a brand new clean actual animation when you're actually booting up the game itself. It looks phenomenal, gives us a bit of a tease as to what's to come within Operation Dark Divide, which actually begins on September 23rd, this upcoming Monday. But with the final major update to Operation Apocalypse Z, we saw Jungle Flooded and some other things fixed up with the game itself. Before we jump into the actual patch notes and Reddit post that Treyarch actually released over on Twitter, we'll first discuss Jungle Flooded because it is considered the final weather map variant here within Black Ops 4 multiplayer. And I think it's quite funny because as they added in Jungle Flooded, they actually permanently removed Arsenal Sandstorm from the rotation for core and hardcore playlists. And that kind of gets to the meat of this topic here for Jungle Flooded. The fact that they've added a weather map variant in, they've wasted dev time making a weather map variant, and now have taken it out completely, kind of says something. So Jungle Flooded being the last weather map variant probably pleases most of the community, since we're not going to see any wasted dev time or whatever dev time they have left for Black Ops 4 on these weather map variants. And Jungle Flooded is probably one of the stronger ones. It does change the map gameplay a lot, in my opinion. We've been playing Jungle for over 10 years, so to kind of bring people back who probably stopped playing Black Ops 4 wasn't very likely with just adding in Jungle Flooded, because obviously, again, it's a map we've seen for so many years now. We've had it all the way since Black Ops 1. We've seen it return, only a handful of times. We had a faithful remaster of it in Black Ops 3 and a faithful remaster of it at launch within Black Ops 4. So it's not really a new map. No one was really too excited about this one. Not many people I know actually played it, but again, because there's a lot of underwater areas you can actually go to throughout the map, it does change the pacing of a typical jungle multiplayer match quite a bit. And in terms of the spawn areas, they're drastically different. Most of them are, of course, underwater, while you have some cool things added to the map itself, like a bunch of canoes that you can use to kind of traverse around the map, as opposed to how you would usually get around in the standard jungle map. You also have a new way to get towards kind of that center boulder, kind of the high raised area in the center of the map as well, thanks to this tree branch that's kind of knocked over. You'll see that in the gameplay as well. So they kind of added a couple of little tweaks to the map which make it easier to get around, since in Black Ops 3 it was kind of funny how they remove ladders everywhere where there would usually be some, since of course we have the advanced movement allowing us to actually thrust jump onto those areas. But in Black Ops 4 we're kind of back to the roots of Call of Duty, similar to Black Ops 1, where you have to use these ladders and different areas to kind of get across. But with this actual Jungle Flooded variant, we have the water and these canoes and some knocked over trees we can use to our advantage to get around a lot easier. So it's a pretty cool update, but again, I think the way weather map variants were executed in Black Ops 4 just wasn't the strongest. I think the way they should have been executed is just by utilizing these alternate variants of these maps within kind of objective-based game modes where you have rounds. So maybe one round of domination, you're playing the normal version of jungle, then the second round, you're playing in the actual Jungle Flooded version of the map. That would be a cool way to kind kind of, increase dynamic events or just, change the pace of gameplay when you're playing these really intense competitive game modes like domination, like control, like safeguard, stuff like that. That's probably the way I would have handled weather map variants if I were working at Treyarch, but with the way they handled it with Black Ops 4, it was like it's a completely different map, and you have to actually find it in the rotation of your actual online play. So, if you're playing, the regular jungle, you'll have different stats as opposed to when you're playing the jungle flooded variant. So different stats will display on screen. They'll be marked differently on the leaderboards you could see in the official Call of Duty app. Kind of a weird execution to this actual system, but I think it would have been cool to kind of bring back something similar to what Call of Duty Ghosts had with dynamic map events, where here in Black Ops 4, maybe midway through your gameplay or just on a different round, you would then see a different variant of the map. So for Firing Range, you would have Firing Range Night. For Hacienda, you would have, Hacienda Twilight. And then again here with Jungle, you'd have the flooded variant. But when it comes to like Arsenal Sandstorm, as I've covered here on the channel before, that was a way where it was executed in such a poor way to where not a single person wanted to be in a match to even try out how the map felt or how the map ran. You hop into Arsenal Sandstorm, you can't see anything. Your vision's impaired. The gunfights are really poor. You're just increasing the opportunity for people out there to just camp with LMGs, camp with thermal sights. Nothing about that was fun. But when it comes to Jungle Flooded, it's a nice addition to the game. But unfortunately, when they confirmed that Black Ops 4 would have a slew of free content throughout this year, what they're really referring to is that they would take maps that are already existing, maps that are already in the game, just change the theme and change the weather on it and release that as quote-unquote free content. So kind of disappointing when you think of it like that, where before the game even came out, we had our expectations super high when it came to how free content would be handled throughout this year's life cycle. On top of already having a season pass and a battle pass and a black market, special orders, you would think they would at least add some cool free content to the game. But unfortunately, they ended up just being weather map variants, specifically within multiplayer. Now, when it comes to the Reddit post that they actually released, they confirmed that the 6th operation of Black Ops 4 arrives Monday on PS4 first with Operation Dark Divide, our upcoming superheroes versus villains themed season packed with all new game content and customization gear, as well as 4 final 2 Black Ops Pass multiplayer maps, which were of course promised to us, and the conclusion of the Black Ops 4 Zombies Ether story Tag der Toten. We can't wait to share all the details in next week's studio broadcast, where we'll have world premiere gameplay footage of our upcoming multiplayer maps, a walkthrough of our insane new Blackout experience, and of course plenty to cover on the finale of Black Ops 4 Zombies with the dev team, along with a message from some very special guests. I'm going to assume that could be Danny Trejo or Avenged Sevenfold. That'll be great to see in here. Stay tuned for more intel on Monday. Along with that, they confirmed Jungle Flooded, of course, is now in the rotation on PS4, and I have gameplay of that in the background, as you can see, if you guys are interested in what Jungle Flooded actually plays like. But also shout out to Josh Wuko and everybody out there in the Reddit community who actually pointed out that on the Operation Dark Divide cover art, if you zoom in towards the back end area, you can see a character holding what appears to be the VMP. That was, of course, a weapon from Black Ops 3, and it appears that in the actual Operation Dark Divide contraband stream or in reserves via the black market, we'll be seeing the return of the VMP in some way, shape, or form. So at this point, as I've confirmed before, especially in my big video where I kind of broke down every operation thus far, ever since Operation Grand Heist, a majority, if not almost the entire team over at Treyarch was moved to the Call of Duty 2020 reboot. So with that being said, as we've seen many times, any new content added, let it be weapons or elixirs, is typically going to be ported content from Black Ops 3. So no elixirs are probably going to be just old gobblegums brought back in a different way for zombies, and new weapons are just going to be weapons you've already seen in the past, either from Black Ops 3's core cycle or its DLC season with the extra weapons that were added via that black market, and you'll see them kind of revamped, changed a little bit, and maybe the stats are hopefully buffed up for Black Ops 4, and you'll see that added either to reserves or the contraband stream. But based on previous operations, the VMP is probably going to be locked behind reserves and probably won't be a free weapon, but we'll just have to wait and see. We also have Stuhlinger and Marlton that leaked via the Zombies main menu just yesterday, so we could expect them to come either to the black market or to the contraband stream as playable Blackout characters. But along with that, since this update went live on PS4 first, we could expect that in the next few days, when this update goes live on PC, we'll have plenty of leaks in regards to what the final 2 multiplayer maps are, maybe even some juicy intel on what Tagger will be like via the PC file. So expect plenty of leaks to begin going live in the next couple of days or so when that update is fully broken down on PC. Now, they also confirmed in this Reddit post that as they close out the final days of Operation Apocalypse Z, the zombies have started their retreat and the apocalypse has ended in blackout, bringing daylight back to both the main map and Alcatraz portals on all platforms. Players can expect new daytime lighting and brightness levels on the main map and the return of the original afternoon environment in Alcatraz with this update. We're all seeing the return of Stockpile in multiplayer and Ground War in Blackout, and also some zombies improvements with some of the weapons. And they also announced a few new details about Tagged or Toten, or DLC 4 for Black Ops 4 Zombies. They said we're less than a week away from the launch of Tagged or Toten on PS4, and we can't wait to get the map into the community's hands. As mentioned above, we'll have plenty of details from the team before launch to prepare you for what awaits at the end of Black Ops 4 Zombies Ether story. But that is about it. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section about the Reddit post and even Jungle Flooded as a map in multiplayer. Have you even tried Jungle Flooded yet, or did you put multiplayer down for good in Black Ops 4 once the Modern Warfare beta began? Let me know down below, and also be on the lookout for more coverage as more leaks arise for the final operation here within Black Ops 4. That's about it, and peace out, everyone.
Throwing smoke. Requesting UAV data feed.